Good morning. This is Brad from the beach. It's good to be with you guys again today. I just want to share a passage of scripture with you out of Genesis 22. This is a passage where Abraham has given the word that he's to take his only son of promise, Isaac, up to Mount Moriah and offer him up as a burnt offering. A lot of stuff in this for us, and I don't know that we can jam it all into this one quick meditation, but let me try to come to a basic point from it if I can. When he gets this word, Abraham is in the posture of listening. So he heard what God said. And it was a word that really he wouldn't expect, because his God didn't require human sacrifices. But here he's put in this position, and what he does, he just packs his stuff up, gets his boy, and they get some wood and fire, and then they head up towards Mount Moriah. And on the way up to Mount Moriah, his son just simply says, "Where's the offering? Where's the offering, Daddy?" And the response is, the Lord himself will provide. Now you got to understand that Isaac is somewhere around 16 to 18 years old, and his daddy's old, and Isaac is going really out of obedience to his father in this thing. But somewhere by the time he gets to Mount Moriah, he's figured this thing out, probably, so that when they get up there, and Abraham says to his servants, "The boy and I are going to go over there, and we're going to worship, and then we're coming back." So even with this word that he had, Abraham understood all the way back in Genesis 22 that there is resurrection power and resurrection life. The boy and I are going to worship, and we will come back. So he goes there with Isaac. He's on the altar, and then the Lord speaks through an angel to Abraham and says, "Don't harm the boy." And then there's a ram caught in the thicket, and they take the ram, and the ram becomes the sacrifice. Here's the deal. All the way through this, Abraham is listening to what God had to say. There are a lot of people that start out with a word from God, but they stop listening. If Abraham had stopped listening, then Isaac would not have survived. But he was listening for the word of the Lord. And when the Lord said, "Don't harm the boy," this word came back to him, "The Lord himself will provide." And on the way down, Abraham named that place Jehovah Jireh, God our provider. God will provide. And an angel spoke to him and said, "The Lord is pleased with you, because you did not withhold from him your only son." And you and I look back and know that this is a foreshadowing of the cross, because God gave his only son. Hear me now. God is our provision. But what we have to learn to do all along the way in this journey is that we have to listen. We have to hear what God is saying. We have to live a life of an ear tuned to him and a heart that is ready to obey what we hear. Hearing and obedience, keys to a successful journey. God is our provider. Today, he's your provision. Listen, hear what he says, and then walk in it. It's been a great day here with you. God bless. Catch you tomorrow.